released last January 26, 2020. The title or the role. Title or the role. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Gail and I will help you with your NMBI application. If you're new to my channel, please click that subscribe button and that notification bell so you'll be updated on my next videos. So, what are we going to talk about today? So, why am I making this video? Number one is that I get direct messages from random people or random applicants asking me regarding their forms. Number two, NMBI released a notice regarding decision letters released on or after March 2019.
Oh my God! Wow!
So, what is a decision letter? A decision letter is given to applicants trained outside Ireland who needs to successfully complete the compensation measures that they needed. So compensation measures are either of the two, adaptation or the RCSI exam. So say for example, I am trained in the Philippines or you are trained in India, then you will be given a decision letter that may state that you need a compensation measures to be completed or that you may need to undergo the RCSI exam or the adaptation. And here is the notice that was released last January 26, 2021. It says that due to the ongoing pandemic and restrictions, travel restrictions all throughout the world, NMBI was so kind to do or to have some considerations to those applicants who got the decision letter on or after March 2019. It says here that the NMBI will consider all decision letters issued on or after March 2019. This means that it is valid until further communication is issued to applicants and stakeholders. NMBI will keep the active consideration all throughout 2020. This is in line with the development related to the pandemic. NMBI, however, reserves the right to end the extension period at any time. Note that NMBI will release a 3-month advance notice of this to applicants. Well, I've met many people who has decision letters that have expired. This is definitely a good news to everyone. And I hope to see you all guys here once you got your application sorted. So guys, there are only 2 forms that can be downloaded for the NMBI website that needs to be completed during our new NMBI process. Number 1 is the qualification form. What is the qualification form? A qualification form is given to the higher education institution or your school where you were trained. This is the qualification form. Number 1 is top part you need to fill out and then hand it over to your school, to your registrar for them to fill it out. There are 3 instructions for your school. Number 1 is, letter A rather is, please ensure that the transcript of record and program syllabus is given or sent to the applicant. Section A states that the transcript must contain breakdown of program in clock hours. This includes the theory and clinical hours. Theory and clinical hours must be outlined separately. It also states that the syllabus or curriculum must be related to the program that has been completed by the applicant. Letter B is complete the summary of education for the nursing or midwife program undertaken by the applicant. Section B is the summary of education. You need not to worry about this one because most registrars or most schools know about this requirement because it is part of the curriculum or the syllabus. C is read and sign the declaration. Section C is the declaration and the contact details. This will be filled out by your registrar or your the college dean that you have in school, and they may need to sign it and put their details there and stamp it. Some would have like an official dry seal or some would have like a regular stamp. That should be okay. I know you had difficulties on accomplishing your requirements from the school, but I'd say that most schools or most colleges would know how to fill this out, because this is not a new form to them. The second form is the employment form. Employment form must be completed by, say, it was stated here that it is like your matron. It can be filled out by your director of nursing, director of midwifery, your chief nurse if you're in the Philippines, your head nurse, or say if you're in Saudi Arabia, your charge nurse, supervisor. Please remember that NMBI has the right to contact your employers just to confirm the details that were stated on your employment form. So make sure that you have a valid and correct details on the said form. For any clarification, NMBI will call your matron or your head nurses to confirm that you're definitely under their supervision during the time of employment. So this is the employment form. So the first part is your name and your date of birth. The lower part should be completed by the one who will be filling out the form, which will be your head nurse, manager, or whoever is available to fill it out. So in completing your employment form, you may need to consider competency level. As stated, you can use the one on the website, or you can use the NMBI'S competency level. This is the sample of the NMBI'S competency level. I'll put the link down below for you to check the NMBI'S competency level. I have spoken to one of the NMBI staff, and they suggested that you attach the competency level that you used to the employment form when you're handing it over to your head nurse, for them to know or for them to have a reference in completing the form. They have also suggested that you include that one as you scan your documents. There are 5 columns on the form, and they are the ones that the head nurse needs to fill out. I suggest that you explain this to your director of nursing as to how they will fill it out for them to understand that certain columns. So I will explain to you each column. The first column is the unit of specialty. Say if you were in the surgical unit or in the ICU, or say in A&E. Second is the title or the role. Title or the role would be like the staff nurse, or were you the head nurse of that unit, or say were you one of the junior staff nurses on that unit. Just put it there, okay? Next column would be duties or responsibilities or activities. Say I've placed there that I'm a senior neonatal ICU nurse on my role. My activities, my duties and responsibilities may include, like, say, number 1, if I am the leader of the shift, or if I take admissions, if I'm doing preceptorship, or if I'm the one educating the new staff. In order for you to help your director of nursing or the one filling out the form, I'd suggest that you can refer to your job description and your duties and responsibilities in the contract. Now, the competence level. This is the very tricky one, because the competency level needs to have a reference. So the one filling out the form can't just put random numbers without reference. So the NMBI'S competency level has a very good explanation on the certain competency levels. So at least your managers can fill out the form easily. And the last column, date employed in the unit. So say, for example, you were in the neonatal ICU since January 1 to November 30, you put it there. It should be day, month, and a year. So after some time, say for example, you've been moved to the theater, then you'll start again from November 31st.
It was at this moment that he knew. He fucked up.
You'll start on the 1st of December and all throughout the end of your experience on that said unit. So after completing the form, what will we do? First thing is we need to check that all the things that they have filled out are actually correct and that you accept the way they evaluated you. Number 2 is that you scan them, because you won't be able to upload it on the system if it's a bigger file. Number 3 is that you upload it on the system. So some of you would have experienced that some scanned documents will not appear on your My Documents section on your My NMBI website. So most people would wait for some time, and then they will discover that those forms or those documents were already uploaded to My Documents section. However, others have emailed NMBI on that on the bigger file. Say if you have a bigger file for syllabus and you have like a 300-page syllabus, they would scan it and send it as an email to NMBI because the system won't be able to accept that big size of a file. My next video would be about what are the questions I ask NMBI and what are their answers. So subscribe to my channel. So I think that's it, guys. Thanks for watching this video. Please don't forget to subscribe to my channel, like this video, and click that notification bell so you'll be updated in my future videos. Bye. Hope all is well on your end. Be safe. God bless you. Bye.